and welcome. I'm John, and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys, so I record and I upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You don't see my intro symbol at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if this starts raining really heavy and you can't hear me, I can stop until the rain's finished and, you know, stuff like that. Or if someone just walks into the workshop and starts talking to me, I can actually stop filming and then resume afterwards. All my regulars here, guys, I feel the love, thank you very much. Now, these weekly Wednesdays, for everyone that's new, they are essentially a Q&A, weekly Q&A. You guys ask me questions, I answer them. They are 99.9% model focused, or should I say primarily model focused, and it's 99.9% GW stuff. There is some terrain questions from time to time. There is some general information about myself and what's going on around the workshop. Yeah, that's it basically. So before we start the questions, to remind you guys, I'm still doing commissions. Let's Build terrain and painting commissions. Let's Build, you want a model kit built, don't have the time or the space or little hands around the place, you know, send me a message and we'll work out what's what. You want custom terrain made, again, give me a shout and we'll go through details. Painting now, you want something painted, battle ready, painted to a point that's battle ready, but you're going to wash it and dry brush it afterwards. Again, you may not have time or, you know, time to do stuff like that. Or you want it painted past battle ready, so it's like, you know, pretty good. Give me a shout and we'll, you know, work out prices and stuff and do that sort of stuff. There's been a bit of hoo-ha about commissions recently. People go, oh, it costs how much to paint that? You have to bear in mind with commissions, it's usually £10 an hour, okay? That, for me, if I was painting something that took me 9 hours, then that should be 90 quid, but I'd probably charge about 70 quid just because I want you to come back, okay? It's not, you know, it's not something that I love doing. I do have a few commissions from time to time that I do. Most of my commissioners don't want my work shown because they want to turn up a battlefield on their own and just, you know. Anyway, I'm cool with that. Imperial magazine should be resuming to arrive in the next week or two. That's all sorted, so hopefully I hope we can get more of those in. I can start doing Let's Build those because the pile of shame is actually rapidly disappearing. Now, talking of pile of shame, I actually did a Let's Build video yesterday on the horrors, pink horrors. And I've got plenty, I'll show you. I tell you what, that is so easy to build. I think I gave it a difficulty rating of 3, only because there are certain parts that you have to hold. I mean, I use super glue, but I did it, and I think it's like a 10-minute video or a 12-minute video, and I was like, it's actually even easier to put together than the blood letters. So I'm there thinking I wasn't going to put it up, but I still might do that. You know, I'm thinking now just to put it up because I've done demonettes, which are straightforward. I've done blood letters that are very easy. These are even easier. I could probably I have 30 down there, 40. Sorry, I could probably push out that 40 in an evening. That's how easy they are to. Well, it might be a big exaggeration, but in an evening I could have majority of those 40 done. They are very, very easy. But anyway, I'll check that video up and you guys can have a look. And you'll agree it's very, very easy. Now, I actually woke up this morning and I was all bunged up, so if I do sound a bit snuffly, that is the reason why. It's not cold or a flu, just I think it's just where the weather was really warm and it's changed to be cold now. It's warm now, but it was cold in the evening and cold in the morning. There is a battle report penciled in for tomorrow morning on the new game boards. The new game boards actually set up. The scenario has been, you know, we've gone through the rules for the scenario and everything else, and it's going to be a good one. But that's if nothing goes against us, we should be playing tomorrow. And if we do, it should be the last time for a while that I will be using Necrons. The Demon Army is coming along absolutely fantastic. You know, I've got close to guessing that the Bloodthirster is 600 points, and that the Blood Crushers are like 70, 80 points each. There's nearly 1,000 points there painted with the 3 Nogli bases. Obviously I want to get a few more bits in there, but we'll see how we get on with that. How's the new workplace treating you? You look a lot better. I actually feel a lot better. Actually, the place is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've been there 3 weeks now, and not once have I been summoned on Tannoy. Not once. Whereas in the old place, every 5 minutes you're being summoned. It's an absolute nightmare. But here, it's absolutely fantastic. You come in, you do your work, you can stay or you can go home. You know, and if you stay, you're staying for like an hour or so to do X, Y, and Z, and then you go home. It is, and there's no one over your shoulder, which is the biggest breath of fresh air. But yeah, I do feel a lot better. Mostly because I'm allowed to just do work and not be pestered, and there's no stress in that position with childcare. You know, they're not scheduling me a shift that contradicts the wife's shift, and then we have to try and get a babysitter. We have to mess around trying to change shifts, and there's none of that. I do my shifts in the morning, and that's it. Off I go, and I'm really enjoying the work. It's actually really, really good. Okay, any chance of seeing any Elder painting videos or battle reports? Now, with the Elder painting videos, it's whatever gets voted on. Now, I am the type of person that will get end up with a mass amount of something here and just go, right, I'm going to do a mad painting video, 12 hours or whatever. I don't like doing them because they do wreck me, but you know, I was actually thinking of doing one with the Space Marine heroes. There's 5 Space Marine heroes there. 5 Space Marine heroes, 5 hours, and just, you know, go for it. But you know, it's actually each of them will take me an hour really to paint, but I don't know. I haven't had the time to slot Saladin in, but with the normal Eldari, it's what gets voted on. At the moment, there's 5 dragons that are ready to be painted up, but again, if there was a mass amount of troops there, I would put in. I'm just going, right, let's just get this done. But I do want to have them paid. I do want to get everything has to be paid. You know, so don't panic if you're voting for Skitarii Rangers that almost won the vote on Monday. You know, don't panic because everything has to be painted. This is how close the Skitarii Rangers, you know, is neck and neck, and I thought I better start getting them prepped up ready. I actually have 3 of them sitting over here, primed. Yeah, that's how, you know, it was between the Bloodletters and the Skitarii Rangers, and the Bloodletters won last minute. So I was like, okay, so that's how close they are. But everything has to be painted, so don't panic. You know, the best way to try and get what you want to see painted is chuck a vote in. Okay, if you chuck a vote in first, sometimes someone else will go, well, actually, I'll vote for them as well, and I'll chuck a vote on. That's the best way. And I've taken the restriction away of just having 1 vote. So you vote for, just say, Ardari, 5 dragons, you know, Morgan Ra. And they say, you said, oh, I'll have the engines here as well. If someone else votes for the 5 dragons and no one else votes for whatever reason, the 5 dragons have 2 votes then, so they don't get done. Okay? But you don't say to me, 5 dragon, 5 dragon, 5, you know, just... Alright, anyway. I've just started to use contrast paints. I think they're amazing. How do you find them? I actually really like them. To be honest with you, at first I was all like, oh no. I didn't like the idea of Xenophil, you know, Black Undercoat and Xenophil, Grey Seal, Xenophil and all that. So I didn't like the idea. It was actually Andy from Mediocre Hobbies that swung me around on that idea. Not for him telling me, just for me seeing what he does with it. And I'm like, actually, that's pretty good. Now for me, I don't use it on everything. I know he does, but I don't use it for everything. I'm not that confident with them. But the more I'm using them, the more confident I'm getting. And they are a huge, huge time saver. You know, a huge time saver in terms of, you have to wait for them to dry, obviously, but in terms of putting a block-based colour on a mass amount of models, they are perfect. You know, and especially if when you grey sear it and then use them, it gives you a highlight straight away. You could just have them as that battle ready, but you can layer them up as well, which is such. I actually really like using them. My only problem with them is I don't have enough of them. That's my problem. Bloodcasters are amazing, a masterpiece as well as a Bloodthirster, 2 for 2. What demons are next? Well, again, it's for demons, it's whatever gets voted on by you guys. But demons will get to a point where I end up having too many here, and I'll just go, right, let's go for. But see, with the bloodletters now, because I've done the blood crushers, with the bloodletters, they're not going to be much different to the blood, the blood crushers, the bloodletter itself. So, I don't know if that would be an interesting view, because I've done the blood crushers. Same as the demonettes and the seekers. Once I do one of those, the other one is not going to be much of a interest, in my opinion. You guys could prove me wrong, but yeah, it's just that I do plan on, when the Demon Codex drops, when the Demon Codex drops, it's actually picking up something to go and do Let's Build on, and just, I don't think there's going to be any new sculpts, in all honesty. I think in 10th edition you'll see some new sculpts, but I don't think it'll be a full range refresh. I think there'll be certain units that get a refresh, and then after that, maybe 11th, there'll be a whole range of refresh. So, I do want to have them ready for when the Codex comes. So the next battle after tomorrow could be demons versus. Well, Alex is really comfortable with Space Marines, so I'll leave him with those for a little while. But I know he'll see another army and go, well, actually, I like those. Let me have a game with those and just see how they work. So hopefully, and it also goes out to everyone else out there watching. You want to come down for a game, just check the message and we'll arrange, the time and everything else, and come down and have a game. Now I'm going to bring down and show you the boat now. You can vote on what you want to paint next Monday. So everyone that's new, the way it works is I'll bring you down, I'll show you models, and you chuck a vote on 1, 2, 3, whatever models you want to see painted up, and whoever has the most votes, come Friday midday-ish, or whenever I look at the comment section, Friday afternoon usually, whatever model wins with most votes will get painted on Monday's painting video. There is also a wild card. Now I don't tell you what the wild card is. If they get all the votes, then that's what gets painted up. So I'll bring you down and show you. There is some models here that are undercoated black, because I started getting carried away and getting them prepped up ready. This is not now. This is a little while ago, so they do look a little bit dark in the boxes, but I do apologise. Everything else mostly has gravel on them. But I'll bring you down and show you, and we'll do the vote. Right, so we start off with, we have demonettes, we have the bloodletter. I still haven't even put the rest of them together yet, so there's no way they can be voted on. I have this Tomb Blade. Now, I don't mind painting him up, but I would rather wait until the other two arrive from the Imperial magazine and put all three of them together, and then all three of them can be painted on. We have the Engines here. This is dude with the big axe. We have Chaos Space Marine Lord. We have 3 Blade Guard veterans. We have 3 Eradicators. We have the big Necron Illuminar. We have the Space Marine Blade Guard veteran agent. We have a Judicar or Judicar, however you pronounce. 2 Space Marine heroes. These are captains, I believe. There's this dude. Then there's the dude with the shield. There's another lieutenant there that I found. So that's why I was thinking of 5 Space Marine heroes in 5 hours. But we have the Skitarii Rangers. And, you know, they do get a lot of votes week after week. So I think they are one that people want to see painted up. We have 5 Fire Dragons. We have the Demonet Seekers. We have 5 Chosen Chaos Space Marines. Obviously, if they win the vote, I will not be doing them as in the Khorne colours because I've done those already. We have Morgan Ra. And like I said, we have the Wildcard as well. So all you need to do is to comment below on this video to say, I vote for X, Y, and Z. Okay. I'll look at votes Friday afternoon-ish. Whoever has the most will be painted up Monday. Monday's painting video. So there's a wild card. Now, if you have any questions for me, guys, either comment below on this video or go to Unique Wargaming Train Facebook page and you can message me from there. There's a little message button, you click on that, message me directly. You know, there is no silly questions, there are no stupid questions. You know, if you think a question, oh, I don't know, people are going to take the piss out of me. No one's going to take the piss. This community is the best community in the world. No one you know, there's always new information to be taught to everyone. Whether it be something that everyone already knows but doesn't do, or whether it be something new to someone that's a veteran or new to the hobby, doesn't matter. Okay, so if you don't want anyone to know, if you are still worried and think, oh, people are going to take the mickey out of me, then just stuck a comment, go to Messenger and message me that way. Okay, it's a two-way conversation then. Again, if you want any commission done, message me as well and we'll sort something out. Thank you for watching, guys. Please hit like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.